Welcome to day 6 of the 24 Days of Tea Adagio Tea's Advent Calendar. We're going to be drinking day 6 here. Let's grab it out now and then go over everything. So today's tea, a maple cream oolong. Very interesting. I'm sure you've noticed the new teaware. We'll go over that in a second. One moment as we open this. All right. And we're back. We'll give it a smell. Ooh. Wait a second. Before I look at the ingredient list, I think I might smell a little bit of cardamom in there. I love cardamom. We'll get into it in a minute, but so let's see. Oolong, apple pieces, apologies. This little focus, man. Cinnamon, cardamom, maple flavor, cloves, safflower, natural cane flavor. Ooh, this one's going to be really good. So let's take a look at it. Those are the apple pieces. Okay. I wanted to get a good view. So you can see the apple pieces. You can see the oolong. I got a lot to talk about with oolong, but I want to showcase everything first. So we'll start piece by piece. So this is where the water comes out of. You'll see it has these two little holes. It's really cool. That's what actually makes this really cool. It's like a little stand. This is like the teapot. So this has a little catch. This is where I put the tea into and steep it. Where do you get that little bit of color from? I don't know. I ran some water through it earlier. I don't know where that color came from. Is that just in the glaze? Oh, okay, that's just the glaze. It's just a little dark spot on the glaze. I was like, what is that? I was like, I just cleaned it. I don't know how I didn't notice it, but... So on the bottom here, there's the two holes. So you put it on, and it rests pretty gently there. You turn it, and right about here, the holes line up, and it'll pour out of here. And this is literally just hold your tea, because you always want a device that holds the water after steeping that's separate from what is steeping the leaves, so you can re-steep them. This is a lid. Has a hole in it for steam. Classic. It just fits on there. And these are the really fucking cool little teacups. Super, super tiny. But, oh, that's weird. It doesn't look it on video. Will it on this side? No. So they're really close in color. It looks way, way off on video, but they're very close in color. And the cups are like a little bit darker, I guess, but they're pretty close. And then the insides look really pretty. They're all a little bit different. I think it came with 6 of them, but I just grabbed 2 as an example. So we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get brewing 3 to 5 minutes. Don't mind that, I saw that. Get it in there. It's fine like that. Just a nice little even layer. And remember, we'll bring it towards us. I mean, I can go like that, but that's weird. So we'll bring it towards us and then go the other way. Have my hot water. Sorry, you probably heard me rolling around a little bit there. That was loud. That's probably more than enough for what we're doing. Just a little sample. So I'm going to put the lid on. Let's talk about oolong tea. So people have a specific perception of oolong tea, right? And that's kind of what this one is, where it's that typical brown oolong, it'll come out looking close to a black tea. But if you hear the little dings and stuff, that's pretty standard with like large ceramics the first time they're really like experiencing the heat and all that. Don't be too concerned. Now, if you hear a crack, be concerned, but a little like ding ding, it's fine. But oolongs actually have, honestly, as almost as much variety as every other tea type compared. There are oolongs that are as white tea, and there are oolongs that get as dark as like pu'er tea. There's cooked, there's raw, there's rock oolong is really really cool. It's grown on these trees that are on like this rocky cliff face, and it gets a strong like mineral flavor from all that. Always wanted to try it. It's super super trendy in China, so it's like it's not like, oh, it's so expensive I can't have any. It's just like I'm not going to pay that much for fucking tea. You know what I mean? It's like the people that buy the like 20-year age pu'er tea cakes for $100,000. Like, no thanks. But yeah, I like the little colors. I like the design. I got it for myself a few years. It's the first time I've ever actually brewed with it. So it's based off of a stone mill. That's why it kind of looks like this, like the old stone mills for water and everything. Oop. I don't know if that water is just from the heat or if it's dripping a tiny. Oh, dripping a tiny bit. Hmm. I wonder if that's because I just shook it. Does it? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so when I like touch it, it got it, got it. All right. Um, I shouldn't expect like a perfectly watertight hold. You know what I mean? But anyhow, but yeah, it's based on a stone mill, which they used to, you would run your water out of. You'd get your water in your container. That's just they thought it was cool, so that's what they based it off of. So, while we're waiting, it's almost done. Probably gonna take it here in a second. My bonsai. He got a lot of sun today. It was a nice, like, sunny day despite being winter in December. He really, really enjoyed it. How's he feeling? I didn't feel him yet. Still feeling rubbery. He's definitely going to want some water tomorrow. You can kind of see it's starting to get a little dry on the surface, too. Yeah, he's definitely going to want some water tomorrow. Maybe I'll water him tonight. We'll see. Anyway, for the big moment, turn that, and it flows out. And when I was running water through just as a test, I found that if you do it, sometimes you just go back and forth and get a little bit of extra, but it looks like it's good. All right. So now that it's in here, you can kind of see it. Got a nice color, what you would expect. Everything looks good. And if you saw, it's a really tight mesh. It's only the very, very finest things are going to get out. All right. That looks like a hilarious color in this little teacup. It doesn't look as yellow to my eyeballs, but yeah, cheers to this. So let's see. Hmm. You definitely get that maple flavor. A little bit of cream taste. The cardamom comes through, the cloves come through. It almost kind of buries the oolong. I'm going to give it a quick second steep here. Actually, I'm going to start right away. Alrighty, we have that water going. We have the second steep going. The reason I really want to give this a second steep, so traditionally in tea, I've kind of mentioned this, you do like a first wash. Oh wow, you can see the imprint of the steam and heat from the lid. Oh yeah. But so one thing I've always mentioned is you do that first steep. Some people say it washes the leaves. Some people say it reduces the caffeine content. Um, One of the most important things it does, and everybody agrees with this, is that it warms up the porcelain. In this case, it's clay, right? This is just a. I gotta remember. I gotta look up the name of it. I cannot remember the name of the Chinese clay that this is all traditionally made out of, but it warms it up. So one thing I noticed that I didn't mention while I was just drinking these, a little bit left, is it wasn't cold, but it wasn't hot, which makes sense, right? It's warming this up, which is now piping. It had to warm this up a little bit, right? Wherever it's flowing. Let's see if the bottom of the spout's a little warm. Then it had to warm this up as well, a whole container, which still has a little bit of warmth. And then it gets into a cup, tiny cup, warms up quick, but that's more warmth being stolen. So it really had to warm up a lot of things. So using this in the future, I'll probably run just plain water through it and then just to warm it up, like a good just full run. And I only had it like half full, so like it also didn't have as much heat and warmth and everything in there. The flavor was good though, but for my enjoyment, I like it a bit hotter. Um, but yeah, day 6 so far. Only the first one, the creme brulee, was a little disappointing. It just did not taste like creme brulee. I don't remember which one day 2 was. The cinnamon roll was good. The Earl Grey white was really good. That one was really unique. I love that one. That one is one that I would genuinely put into my normal like rotation of tea. I'm an Earl Grey fan, so it makes sense I like the Earl Grey black tea, but yeah, I definitely really like that. So, all right, been about 3 minutes. This will be a little bit of a lighter steep, but I just wanted to give it a shot to make sure everything's warm. That's the big thing I wanted to do with this one. You'll probably see the color is going to look a lot lighter. You see, it's still steaming this time as it comes. Last time I should have noticed that it wasn't even steaming. It is still burning my fingers to touch this, so that's good. That's the good thing is once they get warm, they stay warm. That's like the whole thing, right? So, like this is still sapping heat. It's warming up. Oop. So before that happens, pour. We got a couple drops. That's okay. One of my favorite gong fu styles is wet, which I don't have like this setup for, but they literally just like intentionally get everything wet. It's part of the style. Very different from the tea ceremonies you probably expect from like Japan. A lot more warm this time. A lot more of that oolong flavor coming through. Still a hint of that maple, less of the cream, less of the sweet, but still a good oolong and that cardamom in that like back hit. Yeah, yeah. Definitely good. Good oolong. It's no it's probably not the best oolong I've had, but it's good oolong. Solid, does what it's doing. The maple's nice. I love cardamom, so I'm biased here. It's really hot, but I want to get one last look inside for us. Looks good. I can probably still get a good steep out of that. Alrighty, everybody. I'll be wrapping that one up. This one's solid. Not sure where I'm going to put this one. I think the Earl Grey White's still my favorite. But we'll figure it all out. Anyhow, thanks you all for tuning in. As always, enjoy yourself some tea. The best tea is tea you enjoy, and arguably the best tea is tea you share with friends, and the second best tea is tea that you enjoy. Anyhow, have a great day. Thank you for watching.